Welcome to Sports Banter. This is Bryce, and I'm joined by Luca. And this week we're doing our weekly wrestling recap. So we're going to start with the New Japan show called The New Beginning in Nagoya. And kind of as we predicted here, we're just going to go through those matches that we predicted. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Great Khan versus it was Tenzan. Yeah, Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about that, Luca?
So we're just gonna skip the tag team matches. I mean,
Yeah, that
I'm fine with
that
that. They weren't
doesn't
they weren't really
matter.
like anything to say.
Exactly.
Besides that stupid Toriano one. That might be the oh man, I don't even want to talk
Yeah,
about
I
that.
know you hate
Anyways.
Toriyama with a passion for some reason.
Oh. Um the Great Okan Tenzan match, it was fine. It sort of did the job. There was a couple minutes where I was sort of bored with it, but I was surprised with the ending. To have someone like Tenzan lose, I was really surprised. But besides the ending, I didn't really think much of it. But the English commentary on that match was great with the LP.
Oh
I
yeah,
loved it.
you're right. I wasn't expecting Tenzan to lose that one either. I think Kevin
Hmm.
Kelly said something like maybe it could lead to like retirement or something, which I think that could be a realistic
Yeah.
thing. But I am very interested to see how Tenzan what he does going forward. Just that's so weird.
Um.
Next match,
Yeah. It.
no? Okay,
The Kojima Osprey.
yeah. Next match we got Satoshi Kojima versus Will Ospreay. And to be expected, we both thought that Will Ospreay would win this one, and he did the job. I think,
Hmm.
in my opinion, this match was far and away better than the other United Empire match.
Yeah. I agree. I think Kojima, he's a much more like interesting old man wrestler than Tenzan is, at least to me.
Yeah, to me, he is more in
But
the tank.
yeah, definitely. Osprey was looking like a normal Osprey. He was pulling out all the stops like he usually does. Um, yeah, it was a pretty solid match, sort of like a 7 out of 10 for me. It wasn't the best match I've ever seen, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, given that like Kojima is old as dirt, it was a really, really good match.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Kojima though, former world champion. Got to put respect on that,
When was he world champion?
dude. Like,
I don't know the history.
I'm not gonna look this up right now, am I? Oh, I'll look it up. Dude, we'll go for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was
Sure.
IWGP Heavyweight Champion at one point. Like, it's the thing with these kind of older wrestlers. They had like such a good legacy back then, and they're still wrestling. Like, I just think it'll be weird
Yeah,
when Tanahashi gets to that phase where he's like the old man wrestler, but like
true.
he's such a good wrestler.
He's still got a couple of years.
Yeah, like Hiroyoshi Tenzan was the the IWGP Heavyweight Champion in 2004. Like, it's so
Oh, I thought you were
weird.
gonna say like 1995.
No, no, no. 2004. Like, it's so weird. Maybe, maybe Kojima wasn't
Hmm.
IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I probably missed him.
He was a champion though.
Oh, definitely. He was a champion in some respects. Yeah, Kojima was the IWGP Heavyweight Champion at one point. That's what I thought.
Alright. Alright. Anyways, main event:
Oh,
Shingo Takagi versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Um,
I.
I really like this match. I don't think I liked it as much as you. We'll get into that in a minute.
Okay,
I'm sort of taking the reins on this one. I don't know why,
go for it.
but it was really, really good. I would have loved to hear like the crowd do the chants and stuff like that instead of just clapping. But I get they have their rules because I think they would have gone crazy for the ending. Um, it always hurts to see Takagi lose because I'm a big fan of him. But to Tanahashi, especially this kind of Tanahashi, it didn't really bother me. I thought the match was good. I think it was match of the night, but it was only like about like a 7.5 for me, but I know you feel differently.
Oh yeah, I
So
disagree.
yeah,
So background, I watched the show live, so that already
I
had me
didn't.
feeling a little different. And just watching, it was the longest never open weight match in history. And just to see them
I
both
wow.
pull out all the stops in that match, just so many points where you think it's over, but then Tanahashi kicks out, or and then Takagi kicks out, and then we get one counts. It's it was just a battle. And in the end, Hiroshi Tanahashi winning his first never openweight championship, the 32nd champion in that title's history. And honestly,
Hmm.
just watching it all and like feeling the emotion, the crowd just getting involved in it and being so emotionally invested, you could feel the crowd even though they couldn't say a word. I think it was a match of the year
I
contender.
agree. Yeah,
It was that damn good in my mind.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go that far. I think there's a couple of Wrestle King. I don't even think it was the best NJPW match so far. There's a couple of Kingdom matches I think were better, like Osprey Okada. That comes first in my
Ooh,
mind. I
I don't
loved that
know.
match. That
I
match.
don't know
That
anymore.
match was
That
insane.
match was insane, but I mean, I don't know.
Look, the only problem with that match is I kept on screaming anytime Okada was about to use the money clip because
Yeah.
I think that's one of the worst submissions of all time. I did not want to see that. Hit him with the Rainmaker. Stop with the money clip. Hit the Rainmaker.
I'm cool with the
But
money
no,
clip.
in all seriousness, I thought Nagoya was a good show. It wasn't perfect, but I mean, it's what it needed to be, I
It
think.
had enough
So
heavy hitting matchups to where it made it worth it staying up to watch this show.
yeah. Hmm.
And next, we're going to go into one of just a very shocking result in NJPW's Road to the New Beginning show. So on February 1st, 2021, the Switchblade returned. It was a huge shock to me seeing Switchblade return to New Japan.
Yeah.
Now, I'll just say it right out. Honestly, I was not surprised that he returned to New Japan. It was a matter of when for me.
Hmm.
What
Hmm.
do you think, Luca, about Switchblade returning? Did you
Yeah.
expect this to happen?
Well, when I first heard that he was gonna like quit or whatever, I was thinking, oh, he could go anywhere. But like you said, or what you told me that NJPW actually announcing that he was like gonna retire or whatever or take a break, that sort of showed that he's probably gonna stay with New Japan.
Hmm.
But I agree. I didn't think it was gonna happen this quickly. I thought he was gonna come back maybe in like July or August,
Yeah.
not couple like a month break, but it felt like a week for me. I wish I watched that that show live. I just saw it on
I
Twitter that he
wish I did
returned. I was
too.
like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck? Like I popped from my seat. I
Yeah.
was so excited.
Yeah, I saw it on Jay White's Instagram and I was like, "What?" I didn't even watch the show. I haven't had time to watch the New Beginning shows, the Road to shows.
Yeah.
It's been tough with that. But I
Which
think
which
oh,
is
yeah.
oh, I was just gonna say it was weird that he just showed up in a random show and he didn't show up at like Nagoya or something like
But
that.
that's the
That is a little
shock
odd.
value. That
Yeah,
shows you that
I guess
like,
so.
you should watch all the New Japan shows because you never know what's gonna
Every
happen.
show.
It's a good move
Yeah.
by them. But I was just thinking about how New Japan was like playing into Jay White quitting. The only time in which that really happened to where it's like, oh, this guy is leaving the company and the company like really announces it was with John Moxley / Dean Ambrose in WWE, where they just
Y-
said he's not going to
yeah,
resign
but
and they played into it and
yeah.
everyone thought it was a work.
Um, I can't. I remember watching those last couple like Shield matches. Man, Moxley looked like he did not want to be there. So I was figuring like he was actually gone
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, back to the Switchblade. He came back, attacked Ishii, and then we learned later in the week that
Hmm.
him and the Gorillas of Destiny are going to be challenging Ishii, Yoshihashi, and Hiroki Goto for those never open weight
Hmm.
6-man tag championships. So, what do you think about that challenge, Luca?
Um, I don't know how often it happens at New Japan when like a tag team champion holds another tag team belt, especially a three-man or I guess six-man tag team belt.
Right.
So the unlikelihood of God becoming two tag team champs at the same time could be slim, but you also don't want Jay White to lose his first match coming back, right? That
Well,
makes sense to me.
yeah, but
Well,
okay.
he doesn't necessarily have to get pinned though. That's the
If
thing.
we want to be technical,
And
his
yeah.
first, he's already had tag matches. Like
Oh,
when he
okay.
came
Well,
back,
let me
he,
rephrase that. Match that matters. Let me rephrase
yeah,
that.
yeah.
um,
But you can argue
um,
that this match doesn't matter because it's the never open weight 6-man tag team championships, and who cares about that
uh,
title?
I, that's true. But since he specifically attacked Ishii, I think this is just going to lead to an Ishii versus White match.
Yeah, I think so
So
too.
that's going to be really good.
And I
So
mean, I kind of forgot about this until now. I mean, the reason why Jay White attacked Ishii was because Ishii pinned Jay White on New Year's Dash, January 6th.
oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember
so they're
he hit
just
the
having
vertical
like a
drop
big feud right
brainbuster
now.
on Jay White and pinned him.
Dude, I hate that name, Brainbuster. That makes me want to throw up. It's a good move,
Well, that's the
but I'm
reason
just like
why
a
it's named
wimp.
Brainbuster. It wants to give you that
Yeah.
graphic imagery of a man being dropped on his brain.
I
But no,
yeah,
it's great
I'm
to see
excited that
this.
White's back.
The never open weight 6-man tag team championships finding a title match for once.
Yeah,
Dude, they don't even wear the belts, Chaos. They don't even wear the belts sometimes. It annoys me. Those titles
it's
annoy
weird.
me.
Yeah.
They do. Anyways, we are going to switch companies now as we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Switchblade, switch companies. Oh,
Oh, the Royal Rumble was a pretty good show, I'd say, in my mind. Luca, what did you think about the overall show?
yeah. Overall, I would probably say it's about a 7 out of 10. I thought the first two matches were I didn't really care about them, let's just say it like that.
Yeah,
But the two Rumble matches were great, and then match of the night to me was Reigns Owens.
yeah,
That match was incredible.
yeah. And I
But I
predicted
thought
it.
overall it was a good Rumble.
I definitely
Yeah, you did
predicted
predict it.
that the Reigns Owens match would be pretty good. I mean, it exceeded my expectations too. But honestly, I think
Hmm.
the most underrated match was Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Like it was a solid match. I think it was the only really real
Wait,
wrestling match on that show, and I think they did a good job.
you liked
Yeah,
it?
I did. Did you hate it?
I'm sorry. I mean, I agree with you. I know. I'll get into that. I didn't hate it. I agree that it was the most wrestling match because McIntyre Goldberg was just finishers, two Rumble
Didn't like
matches,
that
and
either.
then a Reigns Owens Falls Count Anywhere match. So yeah, you're right. Banks Carmella was the most traditional wrestling match,
Yeah,
but that doesn't necessarily mean that it was good. I didn't think it was bad. I think it was very mediocre. I'm saying like a 5
like
out of
I
10.
enjoyed it, and to me, that's all that matters. Is if it
Yeah.
isn't. That is what their role is. It is not supposed to be a match of the year barn burner between Sasha Banks and Carmella.
Yeah, no, I think that's the point with any wrestling matches. Is if you enjoyed it, that's gonna put how much you liked it.
Yeah, and
Like I
I think that their
what?
match was a lot better than a lot of the recent AEW women's matches.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. 'Cause some of those I don't even watch. Like I just zone out because I'm not invested in it at
Yeah,
all.
like this match had me invested, and I had not really watched or kept
Hmm.
up with WWE. They did a good job with keeping my interest in this match
Yeah,
and also kind of just increasing my appreciation for Sasha Banks.
I I love Sasha Banks. Me and my friend Dylan, we joke about that. Sasha Banks versus anyone, Sasha Banks is gonna win. She might as well have all the championship belts in WWE. She's so good.
Bro, I will make that joke with
Um,
Charlotte Flair.
Flair's good. I like Flair a lot. But yeah, I agree. I was invested too just because I like Banks and I know Carmella can be a good wrestler, but I'm not really liking how Carmella's character is right now. Get stupid Reginald out of this ring. I don't care about him either. But yeah, it wasn't a horrible match in my opinion. It just wasn't amazing.
Yeah,
But yeah.
but let's talk about those Rumble matches. What did you think about the women's Rumble?
Yeah, let's start. Oh, okay, so the Becky Lynch stuff on Twitter was interesting, but I still didn't think she was going to come back, mainly because she just had a kid.
Right.
It's going to take her a while to get ready. Um, so I thought, hmm, I mean, most of the time with Rumble matches, it all depends on how it ends for a lot of people.
Yeah.
All the stuff in the middle, I don't necessarily remember everything, but it was fine. There was nothing like a horrible spot gone wrong. I liked that Naomi's back. I sort of like her.
I have a question for you, Luca. What
What?
did you think about the quality of the surprise entrance?
Um, Heck, who even appeared? Hold on.
I mean, I think Tori
Hey,
Wilson
I got
appeared.
you, I got you, I got you. The cup. True. There was one woman I had no clue who she
Oh, there
was.
were there were a few for me that I had
Jillian
no clue.
Jillian Hall. I
Jillian
had no
Hall.
idea who Jillian Hall is. I knew, and I've heard of Victoria. She looked like she was still in decent shape.
I don't
Um,
think anyone's return was
oh, the one
bad, but I just
I was so surprised with the Alicia Fox one
yeah, I wasn't expecting that
because
either.
she left WWE when she was like drunk or whatever. I thought she would never come back.
Really.
Like that junk was sort of serious. So I was surprised to see
You
her.
think you think that's a one-off? Alicia Fox in WWE again?
Yeah, I I I think that's a one-off for right
Me
now.
too.
She might come back eventually, but I think for the next couple months, I think it's a
Yeah,
one-off.
because she didn't appear on Raw or SmackDown this past week.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I figured Rhea Ripley would stay in for a while. I didn't realize she was going to stay in for the end of the match.
Dude, Rhea
Um,
Ripley, I mean, she
I
needs to go to the main
I was
roster.
so yeah. I've liked her for a long time. I think she's a great wrestler. I was so mad, dude, with the Alexa Bliss stuff. She was my pick. I saw her number
Yeah.
27. She's coming out. I was like, oh, she's got this. A minute later, she's thrown out the ring. I was like,
Yeah,
you got to be
that
kidding
was
me.
one of the weirder things of that match, which it's okay,
Yeah.
but if I had to complain about that match, it'd probably
Mm-hmm.
be that Alexa Bliss didn't last long in that
Mm-hmm.
match.
Um,
But Bianca
I
Belair,
think yeah. No, out of the people that was left in it, like the last couple ones, she definitely deserved it. She was having a good match too. She was in for almost an hour.
yeah,
Um, yeah,
where
no,
did
I
Bianca
think
Belair come in?
she's definitely she was number three.
She was number three. Yeah,
Um,
I
yeah,
think that's
she
interesting.
she deserved it. I
She
mean,
did, yeah.
she's a good wrestler. She's been getting pushes for the past like year, I would say, in certain areas. So I don't think it was necessarily a huge surprise her winning it. So yeah,
I
I,
mean,
I'm
just from the
I'm
outside looking in,
interested to see where this title match goes.
yeah, from the outside looking in, I
Yeah.
really wasn't sure. I didn't think she was gonna win, but that's not to say that I'm not happy that she won. I'm extremely happy that she won.
Hmm.
She really deserved it. I thought Bailey was gonna win. Yeah, obviously that didn't happen.
No, no.
That was yeah. What did you think about the what's it called? What did you think about the Billy Kay stuff?
I thought that there's usually something like that in Rumble matches, like a little comedic element.
Yeah, I think she
So
filled out that role pretty
it
well.
was yeah, I thought it was sort of whatever to me, but I like the Iconics, so I thought the Billy Kay and like the almost reunion between her and Royce was
Ooh,
cool.
that just I know, but it
Um,
really got me. I was like, I wish they really had a little reunion. It didn't really go to plan,
hmm
but I think that might as well be the point.
yeah. But yeah, I thought it worked. It wasn't horrible. It didn't make me like cringe or anything like that.
Right. I think it did the job. It could have been better, but it also could have been worse. So I enjoyed it for what it
Hmm.
was. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna talk about the better Royal Rumble and the men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, this not to be sexist because that sounds like we're being extremely sexist. No, this one to me was just better because like I popped so dude. I let's just start sort of from like the beginning. I did not think Edge was gonna win for an hour long match. No way. Him coming in number one was big.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, I
Um.
was kind of onto it. They announced that Edge was number two and Orton was number
Oh
one, and then they switched it for the Rumble.
yeah,
I was like, something's up here. Like Edge is gonna probably last a long
yeah.
time if they throw him in at number one just for the story.
I I I figured at like minute 30 that he was okay. I was like, oh, he's gonna be in here a while. But when it got to like when AJ Styles came out, I was like, okay, Edge is probably gonna win this because he was in for so long.
Yeah,
I would say something around there.
I liked that AJ bit.
Same. There's a lot of look. I'll say this again. I love Edge. I'm so happy he
Yeah,
won.
me too.
He's one of my
I
favorites.
like Edge too.
But there are a couple of wrestlers in there that deserve I would say deserved more to win. I think Edge wants that one more WrestleMania moment or whatever, and
Yeah,
then he'll probably retire or he won't be as big of a star. That is something I saw that WWE doesn't necessarily have major star power right now. So having Edge or like an Orton winning it will get more views, which makes sense.
yeah, I agree.
But yeah, there's a couple guys I would have loved to see win it. But it's not the end of the world. It could have been way worse in my opinion.
Yeah, for real. It could have
Uh,
been a lot worse.
Carlito, I was so happy
Oh
Carlito was
yeah,
back. I haven't seen a lot of his matches, but I know like his personality's funny,
yeah.
so I was happy to see him.
I remember
Um,
him. Like, okay, I wasn't watching
yeah,
wrestling at the time, but I at least knew who he was, and it was just
yeah,
so great to see. He looks jacked.
yeah. He looks great.
Like, I'm not surprised
Um,
he came back to Raw because like he looked like he could have more matches than just the Royal Rumble match.
you want to talk about someone who looks horrible? Kane. Kane looks horrible right now. Oh my
I
gosh.
wouldn't say he looks
I
horrible. He looks
get
the same.
maybe he's always been horrible. I don't know. That tag team match in Saudi Arabia was that was
You're
horrible.
talking about
The
the
Brothers of
Brothers of
Destruction
Destruction
versus
versus
DX.
DX.
Yes. Yes, that was terrible.
Dude,
So yeah, no,
I
Kane
just
didn't look too
can't.
great. I mean, of course he had to come. It's a Royal Rumble. Kane has to be there.
Yeah, isn't he like making a
So
record for like the most Royal Rumble appearances?
I
I
think he
think
has
that's
the
why
most.
he
Yeah.
came. Also, to put over the debuting, which ended up being a debut on Raw, Damian Priest.
I was gonna say that. Oh man, I've liked him. I know you've known him longer than I have
Yeah.
with the what Ring of Honor
Ring of Honor,
stuff. Was it
Punishment
Ring of Honor?
Martinez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Former Ring of Honor
But I've
TV
watched some of his.
champion. Sorry, I had to plug that in there.
I didn't even know he was TV
He
champion.
was.
um, I've seen some of his NXT matches and I really like him. I like his like his personality, his gimmick, his moves. He's really good.
Oh, yeah.
And I was gonna say he was like even though he wasn't in for that long, he was one of like the MVPs of the Rumble. He looked amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved him.
Also, the
Um,
return of Seth Rollins. That was pretty
yeah,
big.
Seth Rollins. He looked good. I'm mad that he's still with the Monday Night Messiah crap. I mean, I liked it, but then it's with like almost every gimmick for me. Eventually, I get tired of it,
Yeah.
and
He
so
could still have
he's been
some
having
runs
it for a
with
long
it.
time. But yeah, that you're not wrong. He still looks good. He got a lot of eliminations. The big one in my opinion was Riddle because Seth hates Riddle. I think this is
Yeah.
like a legit thing, not like
Oh, I've read
um
about that.
not like a yeah, I think Seth like actually
Legit.
hates Matt Riddle as a
But I
person.
also heard that like they buried the
Um
hatchet.
maybe. I don't know. I'm not I'm not in the locker room. I would like to see
Me
that
neither.
though.
I'm not in the
I
locker.
hope they did. I like I like both wrestlers.
Me
Um
too.
Hurricane Helms, I was not expecting that because he was in a AEW match, right?
He was in one of the Matt Hardy
He was
Sammy
in the
Guevara matches.
Sammy Guevara, the one where Sammy Guevara like died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
was the
I was
Hardy Compound
surprised
match.
Helms. Yeah, I'm surprised Helms actually was there. I guess he is truly a free agent,
You
and
know what
every
I
company will just sign him for a few.
you know what else, who else is a free
What?
agent apparently? Snoop Dogg.
Who?
I got an email the day after the Rumble
Oh yeah,
saying that Snoop Dogg was in
yeah.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds when he was just involved with AEW and did that splash.
You know what's funny? Maybe WWE doesn't even know what's going on at AEW. That could be happening.
That is not what's happening. They are paying attention. At least
That
Triple
is
H
weird.
is.
That's that. You're right. Ooh, Christian. Actually seeing him wrestle. This is like his
Dude.
first match, right?
Yeah,
In a
okay.
long time.
We don't count the no DQ match between him and Orton because, I mean, Christian wasn't in the ring attire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this was like
I
the
didn't know where you're
first,
going with that at
this is the
first.
first one we want to count. But dude,
Yeah.
he looks like he could come back and like be a mainstay in the roster.
He he could, but I don't know if he would want to. I mean, he's been involved a lot with the Edge recently, obviously. So he may want
I
to.
know Christian said like they had a huge backstage like interview with Christian and he said that he wants to be back
hmm
if WWE like allows it and as
Yeah.
much as his health allows
Um
it.
yeah, obviously. Um
It was great to see
Sheamus
them.
looked good. I was calling Sheamus was gonna do something, and now he's might be getting a title feud with McIntyre, at least for one pay-per-view or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, for like Elimination Chamber or
That's gonna
Fastlane.
be awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for Elimination Chamber. I love those pay-per-views.
Yeah,
But you could not make up the disappointment on my face at number 30. Stupid Braun Strowman. I was so hyped to hear the Brock Lesnar theme. I was praying that's what we were gonna get. Instead, we get silly Strowman.
I'm just gonna put a
Oh my
controversial take
gosh.
in there. Number 30
What?
is never a good spot. Like for surprise wise, I don't remember the last time we've had a surprise at number 30, but everyone expects a surprise at 30 and it
Uh,
never happens.
yeah. Didn't Yeah, no, you're right. I'm trying to think if anyone like came in big from 30. Has anyone actually ever won it from 30? Oh,
I
yes.
know
Yes, people
John
have.
Cena has. But
John
that
Cena
was a
has,
long
Undertaker
time ago.
has.
Like John Cena came like back
But
from injury,
the Cena thing was a big surprise. Yeah,
but that
yeah.
was a long time ago. That was like 2005, 2006.
Triple Triple H won it at number 30 at the Royal Rumble where AJ Styles appeared.
Oh,
That was the one
yeah,
Triple H
but
won
that
at
wasn't a
30.
surprise.
But
I don't, was it?
true.
I don't remember. I don't,
Uh I I I I don't think it was.
I don't, but anyways, we should probably move on to the next company, which is AEW.
Yeah.
This past Wednesday, AEW had its Beach Break show, and we're only going to talk about a few matches because, frankly, we don't have time. So, the first match we're going to talk
Yeah.
about is the Tag Team Battle Royal, where the winner would face the Young Bucks at AEW Revolution. And unsurprisingly, well, okay, maybe I was kind of expecting it, but the Young Bucks didn't win it. It was actually Chris
Mhm.
Jericho and MJF. Luca, what do you think about this?
Okay. I was actually half expecting the Young Bucks to win it. Um, there are so many more tag teams that were a part of the Battle Royale that I wanted to win over Jericho and MJF. So many. I would rather had both of the other Inner Circle tag teams win over these two. I would want Jungle Express to win it over these two, but the one I really wanted to win it over anyone else was Top Flight. I'm really liking them, and one of the members I don't know their names
Me neither.
was in it was they were in it at the end, and I was like, oh my gosh, are they actually gonna win? And they didn't, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, I think MJ, it was a good match. It wasn't a horrible battle royal. I liked it. Um, MJF and Jericho winning isn't horrible, but it's not good. I think their match at Revolution will be just all right. I think all of this is just going to build into a massive match between Sammy Guevara and MJF. I think this is still building to that. Um,
Yeah.
I yeah, I don't know. It was weird that Inner Circle didn't win, or not Inner Circle, sorry, Young Bucks, because I thought if the Young Bucks won, they were going to challenge Good Brothers. That's what I thought would
Yeah.
happen.
I was
So,
nervous that that would happen. I knew right now wasn't the time for that. Really, like it.
oh, because the private party stuff.
Yeah. But I don't agree with how fast they're going through with this elite. I call them the Elite Bullet Club. They're not the Bullet Club, but for
Yeah,
the sake
yeah.
of us talking, they're the Elite Bullet Club. I'm not ready for the Elite Bullet Club breakup yet. I mean, they're rushing through
Mhm.
this thing a little bit in my mind with the cracks showing. So I was like, not now.
Mhm.
But also, I wasn't expecting MJF and Jericho to win this one. I much rather would have seen. I really don't know who else I would want to see actually, because as much as I want best friends to win the titles, they're out of action right now because Trent is hurt,
Mhm.
which really sucks. I wouldn't have. FTR was banned from the match because of last week. Them trying to get
Yeah, but I
involved.
don't want to see FTR versus.
Young,
I don't want to see FTR versus Bucks again
not
this quickly.
yet. It'll be good if they do it
Yeah, I'm
again.
sure it's gonna be
If
good.
they do it
Yeah,
again, it'll be good. But
yeah,
like,
not yet.
it's better that it's not right now. But one thing that I think is the problem with AEW, they have so many good tag teams,
Mhm.
yet they're pushing the ones that aren't really tag teams. Now,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
I
put
agree.
out,
I think
this is going to be biased. I'm putting out an exception for Kenny and Hangman team because, in my mind,
have they wrestled as a tag team
they've
before?
wrestled as a tag team before. They've teamed with each other in New Japan before.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as bad as people made it seem like when they were complaining
It,
about Kenny and
it,
Hangman.
you know what saves them from not getting too much crap, in my opinion,
What?
is that they were actually good tag team matches.
Yeah, you're
Like
right.
if Jericho and MJF versus Young Bucks turns out to be an incredible 10 out of 10 5-star match, then I'm not going to complain.
Right.
But I highly doubt that's going to be
Dude,
the
Kenny and
case.
Hangman had some great
Um,
tag team matches as a team, especially the one against the Young
yeah,
Bucks
yeah,
at last year's Revolution. But
mhm,
I just don't
yeah.
understand,
That was probably my match of the year.
why are we pushing the tag teams that
Um,
aren't tag teams? Like, you could see from a mile away they're pushing Chris Jericho and MJF because
the,
it's Chris Jericho.
the, yeah, this is some WWE stuff for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm not a fan of this.
Um, that they've been doing that.
I don't even think they
I
were in the
think
match, but
the
Santana and Ortiz should have been in the match, and they should have won.
no, they I think they're in the match.
Okay,
They should have. I think so. As much as I would have liked Top Flight winning, they are still very young. They don't need a title shot at a pay per view yet. I think it should have been Santana and Ortiz, or it should have been these two because they haven't been doing that much in my opinion. It should have been Luchasaurus and Jungle
I
Boy.
was about to say Lucha Express,
That's
or
who it
not
should have.
Lucha Express, Jungle, like the
Lucha
Jungle
Express, Jungle
Express.
Express.
They should have done it.
It should have been those two.
Yeah,
But I think they're feuding with FTR right now or
they
something.
are. Yeah, top two teams right
But no,
now.
it should have been those two versus Young Bucks, dude. Oh my gosh. Not what we're ending up with. But again, if it turns out to be amazing, it turns out to be amazing. So
That's true. Cannot complain about that one bit if it's a great match. Next match we're gonna talk
yeah.
about is Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. Luca, what do you think about that match?
hmm I really like Britt Baker. I think she's one of the best women wrestlers right now. Um, and Thunder Rosa, I wasn't really too big into her for the past couple of weeks, but this match is slowly turning my opinion. I think they both looked very good. I think Thunder Rosa looked awesome. Um, Baker looked good. She was hitting some nice side suplexes in the match. The ending was the ending was odd, if you remember it.
Yeah,
What Rebel? That's her name. I forgot it. Rebel. She came off and she took one of the turnbuckles off, but nothing happened with it until like 2 minutes. It looked like the wrestlers legit didn't know what was happening, or they forgot what to do. it took so long for Thunder Rosa to run into the turnbuckle. Um,
Yeah,
and then Baker did the
the
lockjaw or
lockjaw.
whatever.
You're right.
Um, so I think the match before the ending was good. The ending was just so odd.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Really
but
odd.
overall match, it wasn't bad. I think it was one. This was definitely one of the better AEW women's
I
matches.
hope this is
It
what
was
pushes
definitely
them
one of
up
the
on the
better
card.
ones.
That and the upcoming AW Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament, which that has me excited.
Yeah, yeah. There's a couple of people in that tournament. I don't even know who they are.
No, I don't know
um,
half the Japan division.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know any of the Japanese.
I mean, I only know the ones that have appeared on AEW. That's the only
Hmm.
ones that I know. But I think it is interesting that Riho is in the American division, which means that she's coming back to
Yeah,
the United States.
I saw that. That was weird. I was like, how is she in the American division?
It's
Um,
it's because she's going to be on
but
Dynamite again.
okay,
That's how I
which is
feel.
good. I like her.
That's what I think this whole thing means. Like half of this is taking place in Japan, I think. Half of it's taking place in the US.
Is it gonna be with like Stardom? Are those girls from Stardom or
I
no?
have no idea.
I have no idea
But
either. That's
no.
what I'm asking.
So the way
Um,
I'm looking at it in on Wikipedia, we have they
yeah.
call the American side the Jacksonville Regional and the Japan one the Japan Regional.
Okay.
So
Both J's. Very interesting.
yeah, that's true. So I think we could definitely talk about this later,
Later, not right now. We're running
but
out of time, dude.
I think that just because it was announced at Beach Break, I just wanted to talk about it for like a tiny bit. I think this is a great idea,
Yeah.
but I'm interested to see where these matches will take place
Mm-hmm.
because it pains me to say this. I don't think this is all going to be on Dynamite, and that really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm wondering is if they're going to do it on Dark or if they're going to make a new show and do it on there. By new show, I mean on YouTube, not on TNT, because I don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, anyways, because we gotta get through this.
All right, I was asking for your
Main
thoughts, but
event.
don't give me that.
Well, what? I did not hear that. What? Thoughts on
Yeah.
the bracket?
No, 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 no,
Yeah, no,
no.
I'm
I was
excited
asking
for
you
it.
where do you think this is going to be aired? Like, is it going to be on YouTube? Do you think it's going to be on Dynamite?
I think so. I think the Jacksonville matches will be on Dynamite. The Japanese matches will probably be on YouTube
Yeah,
or like streamed or something like that.
yeah.
I don't think they'll actually show the Japanese matches on
No, I
Dynamite.
don't. I don't think that would happen either. Just, but I'm also doubting whether the American matches will happen on Dynamite because,
I think they will.
well, the finals is going to happen on Dynamite. I guarantee that. Just
Shouldn't the
because,
finals in reality? Well, never mind. Never mind.
just I don't
But
even know what you're trying to say. We'll go to the main event. That's fine. We got
I'm losing our minds right
we
now.
got Kenny and the
Okay, yeah.
Young Bucks. Not
Main
not the
event.
Young Bucks. Kenny and the Good Brothers
What are
versus
you talking about?
versus John Moxley, Pac, and Ray Phoenix. Sorry.
Next you're gonna say Kenny Omega and Don Callis versus Moxley, Phoenix, and Pac. Don Callis
Bro,
top rope.
Kenny and the Young Bucks are the best team though.
It's Kenny and the Good
I
Brothers right
know.
now. What are you hating on the Good Brothers? I
I
had to
am
prop up
not.
my seat. I will defend the Good Brothers. I love them,
Did you
dude.
know that the previous week's match with the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers and the Dark Order was the most edited match in AEW history?
Really?
Dude, Gallows and Anderson were
Why was it edited?
they were
Oh,
smoking they were
they kept saying
smoking.
stuff.
No, they did a spot where they were smoking a joint, and I think Gallows did a jacking off spot, and they had to cut that from TV.
Classic Machine Gun and Doc. Hey,
Dude,
look, they're my boys.
they
I
are
love them. They're
they are
so
so
funny.
good. They're so funny. Like
Um,
you gotta watch them on BTE too, because they're hilarious on BTE.
yeah. Did you watch the Talking Shop Mania thing they
I
did?
didn't. I need to do
Dude,
it.
dude, you gotta watch it, dude. It's so funny. Anyways,
The match itself
this
was
match.
really freaking good.
I see. Okay, the first couple minutes I thought was just all right, dude. Like the last like 8 minutes of the match was incredible. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, it was so good. Um, I okay, I figured Omega and Good Bros were gonna win. I didn't really think Phoenix, Pac, and Moxley would win. I would have loved them to win it. Um, what I'd really like to see was Pac getting or Pac, however you want to say it, him getting the pin on Omega. That would have been cool.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was great match. It was such a great match. It stinks that Phoenix got pinned, but it sort of makes
It
sense.
does make sense.
Because like they don't want to get Pac or Moxley pinned, but I really like Ray Phoenix too.
That's true. That's kind of. I think that's why.
Yeah,
That's why Pentagon wasn't even in this match. I guess not. I don't know. I
yeah,
know Pentagon was
yeah.
like written off with an injury,
Oh,
but I don't know if he's actually hurt.
yeah, because he got beat up like backstage. I just want to see more Death Triangle matches, but eventually I want to see the Lucha Bros them just wrestle because I love the Lucha Bros.
Look, I know they've talked about this. I'm kind of wanting a trios title
That would be
just
good.
because
Yeah,
we have
I would
Death
take that.
Triangle, we have Jurassic
They got so
Express,
many wrestlers right now.
we
Hmm
have
I mean, so many
FTR
tag
and Tully
teams, not
Blanchard.
wrestlers. What? Oh, in that case, you could say Cody, Arn Anderson, and his dog. That would be a good trio
I
right
don't know,
there.
Gun Club and Cody.
Right?
We got
Ooh,
Kenny and any combination of Kenny and Hangman or not Hangman. Any combination
dude,
of Kenny and the Bucks
dude, you're
or Kenny
getting.
and the Good Brothers.
I was thinking more of a Kenny, Jake the Snake, and Don Callis kind of thing would be good. Um,
Anyways,
anyways,
the match with the 6-man match, very good, but
very good. Yeah,
obviously, obviously it was
the ending.
overshadowed by Kenta finding his way into Dynamite, attacking Moxley, and then
You're acting like he got lost. He got lost on his way there.
he just, no, he just showed up. He put Moxley to sleep, and then Kenny, for some reason, thinks that Kenta is with him now.
So I think, and they have a match next week. They have a tag team match. I think. Well, we can get into that later. I just think Kenta's probably going to screw over Omega in that match because
I do
Kenta's
too.
just going to be a massive heel and not mess with
I am
anyone.
so confused
Um,
why
but
Callis
that's
thinks
just
that he
a
is a
theory.
genius.
Um, so Doc Alice might be the savior of wrestling, if we're being for real.
Okay, honestly, yes.
I don't know.
He's the reason why
I
this
think
is
he's a
all
good
happening.
character. I think he's a
The Invisible
That's true.
Hand.
I think he's a great character though.
He is the Invisible
No,
Hand.
Kenta, I'm so excited for Kenta to be back in America. I think he was a good wrestler in NXT when he came back to New Japan. Oh, when he turned on Shibata at Wrestle Kingdom, I was like, I'm loving heel Kenta. That was so good.
Was that
Um,
was that at Wrestle Kingdom? I think that was
yeah, that was at,
Dominion.
like Wrestle Kingdom like last year. Was it Dominion?
No, it was the
Oh.
G1. It was the G1 finals.
Let's just say every single pay-per-view that happens in New
It
Japan
was the
until we get
G1
it.
finals show. He turned on Ishii and freaking Shibata comes out and beats up Kenta because Kenta just turned. It was one of the matches. Like, dude, I don't remember exactly where it was. It was not at Wrestle Kingdom. I am telling you.
All right. Okay. Anyways, um, Kenta, yeah, I'm excited that he's there. His go to sleepy hit on Moxley looked a
It was
little
not
rough,
good. Yeah,
but
no. It
um,
sucked.
no, I'm sure their match is gonna be good. But yeah,
Yeah, but I'm okay. I'm more so confused. why Don Callis thinks he's a genius for this move. When does he not look on Twitter that Tama Tonga is literally like pissing on the elite Bullet Club? Like I don't know,
I don't know. Don Callis,
they're
I don't think
all
cares.
dumb because they think they're a
Yeah.
genius, but in reality, we all know that like, dude, if Kenta when Kenta turns on Kenny, who's gonna be surprised?
Okay, change it up right quick. So Shibata introduced Kenta at Dominion in
Yeah,
2019. Then G1 Climax 29, Kenta joined Bullet Club and fought Shibata.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, that's what happened. I don't know why I was thinking Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, that's poor for me. Um,
That's what I thought.
that is worthy of a that is worthy of a Wrestle Kingdom kind of segment though. Um,
Yeah, but no, I'm ready for.
no, this is the
I don't know. I think the most interesting thing that could happen next week though is if God comes out and like accepts Kenny.
oh my gosh! If God comes out and I hear that theme in AEW, I might go
Wait,
crazy. That's one of my favorite themes.
wait, never mind. No, God's not gonna come back. They're in Japan right now.
Wait, they're gonna be in.
They've
They're
got
gonna be fighting in
they gotta
Hiroshima.
defend their titles at Hiroshima.
Dude, you gotta stop with this imaginary booking right now. It's gonna confuse my head.
It's because I'm losing track of who's in the U.S. and who's in Japan right now.
You know what's gonna happen next week? I'm already calling it.
Oh
Marty's coming
my
out. Screw the
gosh,
allegations. Marty's coming
Marty's coming
out.
out. No, you know who could come back, and I know he's not in Japan. I'm pretty sure he's not in Japan. Chase Owens comes back. He comes to the Dynamite.
No one's gonna care.
No one
No
was
one's
gonna
gonna
care.
care, dude. Hey, Adam Cole just says whatever, leaves NXT. Oh, that'd be great. That would be
Finn Balor
insane,
comes
dude. Oh
in.
my gosh. With the NXT belt.
NXT belt, then he
He's like,
goes,
"What's up?"
and then he cuts a Prince Devitt promo. It's real.
No, he just shows up in full demon attire. He's
Oh.
like, "All right, who am I fighting?"
Anyways, this has devolved into nothing.
Yeah.
This whole fantasy booking. But anyways, I am very excited to see what happens next week between Kenta and Kenny Omega versus John Moxley and Lance Archer.
Lance Archer, yeah.
I'm still very
It should be
confused by
good.
that, but I am very excited to see what happens next week. However, that is all we have time for this week on the weekly
Yes.
wrestling recap. I'd like to thank you. If you want more
Hmm.
sports, subscribe. We post stuff like this every single week. Plus, we have more sports for your sporting needs. And so, without, I'm going to have to bid you all adieu. Goodbye and good night,
Bye
Ben.
and good